Katrina Pearson, Trump campaign national spokesperson. Katrina, good to see you. Can I just get your reaction to that story about the Catholic bashing?
You know, this is not something that, is news to us. We've known Miss Clinton has had issues with many Americans, and Mr. Trump even said it at the debate, Megan. He said she has hatred in her heart. And yes, these are her staffers, but this is a direct reflection of her. We've seen it in the way that she's addressed many other Americans here recently.
All right, but let me ask you whether you think it makes any difference at this point, because we're 28 days out. Trump went up 2 points from the debate, but there is still a 9-point gap between the two of them. And, at this point in the 2012 election, we're going to talk to Romney's guy, Stu Stewart's, in a moment. Romney was up by 1, and he still lost handily. Trump's down by 9.
Well, in one of these polls you mentioned earlier, we're looking at, a 6 to 7 point margin of error. So I'll take that. Mr. Trump has closed a similar gap in 1 week.
You and the Trump team love the polls. You can't reject the ones.
Well, they are a snapshot in time,
and
we realize that. Well, no, they are a snapshot in time, and we realize that. But as I just said, Mr. Trump has been able to close large gaps within 1 week, and that's exactly what's going to happen. This isn't going to be like a 2012. We have a candidate that's willing to fight for it. Not like the 2012 campaign. Mr. Trump is going to come out swinging, which is exactly what he's done today. We have a fantastic new ad that's out.
What is he doing to add to his support base, which we understand is with him?
Well, he's talking about his vision. He is actually prosecuting the case against Hillary Clinton. You saw that at the debate as well, and that's why so many people in your Frank Luntz's group that you had, the focus group, said that Mr. Trump won that debate and won some people over. That is very important. It's extremely important for Mr. Trump to continue to outline the differences between he and Hillary Clinton and their policies, and more importantly, her failures after being in elected office for 30 years between herself and her husband.
Is there any truth, Katrina, to the Wall Street Journal report tonight that what Trump is actually trying to do now in these next 28 days, we've got 4 weeks to Election Day, is to drive down turnout for her, to depress enthusiasm on the Democratic side, understanding that he's not going to get that many swing voters in the middle. He's going to get his base, and he's trying to make her base be smaller than his base.
No, not at all. I mean, the media is always trying to create the Trump narrative. Mr. Trump is fighting for every vote, even those that we know we might not win. He's still going to fight for that. We look at a poll in Texas. A CBS poll has Mr. Trump at 20% African-American support in the state of Texas. Mr. Trump is reaching some of those people, though they may not be showing up in the polls.
He's running as a Republican.
No, African-Americans. African-Americans. That's a big difference. He's doing extremely well with a lot of these people that aren't showing up in the polls, and we do see his numbers continue to grow at his rallies. Those people are going to vote, just as they talked about in the primary, that these big rallies won't turn into votes, but he broke records. Okay. We're going to continue to see it. This is a movement. This is not a campaign.
Okay, great to see you.